percentage don't go up, then we all consider the council or agree, say, okay, this, now so it will, now so this don't go up, now so it add, or now so it reduce. If you notice the price of petroleum products, it can go up, it can kind of, it will go up, it will kind of, what you do, it's transparent. And the good thing about having a pricing formula and transparency, now they promote. You understand? Then also, because we're a small country, we get to all the way they do right now, we know that it's by ongoing, we download the card, we get pricing formula, also help you for stop cartels. If you're in a small country, they get small players then, it is more than then gather them what they sell and so they sell. But this ones who all agree now, all prepare now, then they will happen. You know, so so far, again, now we need for an implementer. I don't get calls them from other people where they say, hey, when they interfere with the market forces. Well, as a government, the fiscal decisions they just make, then you could moderately affect that space there for the interest of the consumers and the Sierra Leoneans. So now that we do. But for make this not work, we need compliance agencies there. So local content, consumer protection, standards bureau, they all work with me, they all day under my unit, so we got to make sure, say, once we get the final price list, everybody got to follow down there. We are aware of the people who run the large quantities, whether they try to get rid of, because then they don't go out, they up small. But we got to make sure, say, we release an ASAP. Before the end of the week, the official price, they all to take place completely. So with these few words, Mr. Minister, the audience from below, I tell you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. See, even give me 1 extra minute of the 10 minutes we're given. I really appreciate that. I just want to use this opportunity for just make clear a few things as well. One is the idea of a formula for yes, that be a promise with President Bio make. Say this is something that will be done. Last year, we do the Finance Act. 2023 to 2024, that be one of the promises in that some journalists been on the ask. And so now if you say impossible, we can never do it. Within President Bill, the one we say, within the no for the man we talk, it do. Like how the minister say, for do the cancer, you need just working a money no you do. Months and days and weeks of efforts, bringing different players around the table and agreeing on operating the system therefore be. The big question, how many years now on this retail price, almost what's the effects of this? Like how the minister don't say, he don't start this area. I must say they're in touch with the colleague Ministry of Transport because we have to factor in, like I talk about, the cost them. We pay inside the risk in price itself. So when we factor in the transport price and not the back, when we grab them, government need to grab them and say, that's so transport for the government, they make sure we talk to the union, the people, all of the sector there again. So now a complex thing, but what's in clear, now government and commitment for do the best for the citizens of this country. Now we'll come to the brother from CTC, Isham. When this news broke, the big conversation was about importers. Why you even be interested in sitting down with governments to end up with a pricing formula of this nature? What we want to, I think the reason we decided as a ministry to invite you here as well, because you are part of the Sierra Leone community. The decisions you make affect all of us. So as one of the biggest rice importers, right? CTC is by far the biggest rice importer in the country. Speak to us about why it was important to engage with the government and what this means for you, for your bottom line, and for the business that you are doing as well in Sierra Leone. We'll give you 5 minutes because you are not a government minister. So 5 minutes. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Mr. Honorable Minister, for this meeting. And as always, we always coordinate with the Ministry of Trade. By far, every week we send our stocks to the Ministry of Trade. And we have been working together to make the prices fair to everyone, to every part of this supply chain, which is the supplier, the consumer, and the private sector, and also the ministry, of course, because it's very important to have every part in the supply chain to continue. So we have been in this business for 40 years, and we only do rice. So this is not by chance. This is by hard work and effort. Before this prices take effect, we had a meeting with the Ministry of Trade 1 month ago, and we informed them that prices were going down. So the international prices are going down, okay? And the exchange rate was stable and still stable, thanks for the government of Ceylon, because without this, the price of rice will not be 800 now. The exchange rate has been stable for more than 1 year, which is also contributing in stability in major commodities prices in the country. So we have been working together with the Ministry of Trade to reach a point where we have a fair price, okay, which is always been affected and will be affected by the market dynamics and market forces. So we reach this price step by step, and we had the opportunity to import rice before at high prices, but we didn't, so we cut short of per bowl for 3 weeks. We were short on per bowl for 3 weeks. That contributed in a bit high prices in the market. Then like 2 weeks ago, we had a vessel, okay, which is a small one, but it's contributed in decreasing the prices from 925 to 850. So the price was 925, and without the intervention of government, it went to 850, because we are the largest importer of rice. So we have our role also. Of course, our role aligns with the ministry role to ensure that we have fair prices. So we imported the rice on the lower prices or a bit lower prices, so that contributed in what we are seeing now. Now, for the future, we really don't know, but we hope that the international market will remain stable and the freight will remain stable and the exchange rate remains stable. This will contribute in stability in prices. We cannot compare fuel to rice. Fuel is a stock market, while rice is international market, free market. The fuel is stock market as gold, as other commodities, as cocoa, as coffee, okay? So we reach this pricing with the Ministry of Trade because we did our homework, we did a combined effort with the ministry throughout the years, but lately, in the past 2 months, we have been always integrating with the Ministry of Trade to ensure that the people of Ceylon will have the rice at their doorstep in a very competitive prices. Thank you.
I just want to say to family who watch and listen to me, Minister of Youth Kilek for Ceylon to Soya. It's important now when I say this country not to serve in there. Now, government's big decision happen. We call all the government ministers, we call the private sector, we call some of the government, consider in front of the ordinary citizens and talk to them direct and explain the process. President Boran's the level of transparency in the government of Ceylon is true. Well, something they don't talk about. What you say? What you say? So at least we know from the horse's mouth, and this is a part of what we're proud of. Now the Minister of Information, I see the Honorable Deputy Minister, Diana, will also do this work, the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Honorable Alhaji Bokari Abdul Aziz Bawa. The man who Alhaji, I know go it. Advanced Alhaji, I said I want you Alhaji back. I want to say thanks to CTC and Ishan for when you make the time for Kenya and for explaining, accompanying on there 40 years plus, and explaining also the steps and the process and the listening, so family will understand. Because I good, what else we want to see for now achieve this goal or again for feed this country and for make sure so people put pots in the fire and they eat and they okay. Yusuf and Simaya, they need 5 minutes. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. In Jesus' name. Well, I want to thank my thank you. All the ministers that we see on here, but particularly the Minister of Trade, because they are the head of trade. And I know say they kind of initiative here. I let person get for it, but I think it will be a possible going before you initiate. So we'll tell you about thank you. If I, yeah, if I, God bless you all. Before I came here, when Charles called me, I called different districts. I get to my child listing so I get clear information. And some of the things they wouldn't tell me, it is what I talk about here. For the first, they appreciate me for the reduction of the price, but they get confusion because in a general answer, you say imported rice. But all imported rice, they need name. You get Bella, we are in a CTC in the Bella, okay, Bella. We get jasmine, we get honey, we get different with different qualities. And if we say imported rice uniform, Usman will be the parboil. Usman will be the 840,000. Number two, the minister mentioned the issue of transportation. But in business, transportation is one aspect. Nobody. And also, they buy the citizen, they get labor. People who they pull out from the store, and when I come to them to carry, they get paid them. From where they go back at the same thing they get for you. So, right now, that 840, like what I call Kailan, they say they divide at 930,000 right now. Konadugu at the same price. Tombo at the same price. Kono at the same price. Yeah, so the issue of make sure sustainability of the price here is very, very important. And also the monitoring aspect of it. So make sure people will get people there. Because even inside Kono Street, they get as far as they Kona for teaching them, they get the far side. They get for buy the rest and we can go back by different price. How we make sure their price here where CTC will volunteer for give, it will be for staying. What I talk about rentage, because it's something I for say, we business people then, we go and shop, and from that products where they sell, they pull for pay at the end of the year rent. Then they make some suggestion to me. They ask me how the tax. I say no. I just advocate for no advocacy because I know that's why they talk. I say they pay tax. I say they pay GST and tax. I don't know if not true what they talk. I know that the GST they out of it. I also tell them, say, if the problem coming from the ECOWAS origin, where the ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme will clarify for say as long as from ECOWAS origin, it will get tax-free. And in this aspect, not from within the ECOWAS region, because one of other countries. So how about that tax day? Yeah. So they even make suggestions say the dealers they forgo extra money for doing intervention. Most government they try, but they say for look. Sometimes we will get all they go dealer go anti minute. What they do business, if for say this, if I sell and if I left myself and then they make profit. Before tomorrow I put them and I just get rid of them. So the dealers thing. Give for make sure when they can maybe intervene more, Mr. Minister, because wait a minute, now business people there, they know how they do and for make sure for the government, you're more good in terms of research. So please, I'm appealing to you as a dealer.
To
intervene? Pardon? To intervene, yeah, to do more interventions in terms of price reduction. Government is trying, but I think as a private person, you need to come again. Please come again.
We already.
Hold on.
We already deliver in freedom for free from Tombo to Waterloo. Beyond that, it's not our work to do. You know, you have to observe retail prices by the observers. Let me finish my 5 minutes so that
your 5 minutes actually over, but we'll give you 2 more minutes and tomorrow because I think you're making an important point. Get 2 more minutes. Go. Yeah.
Okay. I think say we all had the money. They were not the money. Yeah, they know the struggle. Up to today, people they maybe get 600, 700,000 salary. You know the buy rest. You know you put at 800. If you say buy 800, you know the parents, you know go eat because passing the rest with paper. So meeting for say the movement on I don't take so the initiative. We are therefore continue with them, do more engagement, so that the people then. The dealers, I don't know nobody in this country. How many dealers they become? I make talk about it's less. ECOWAS liberalization so that let the business liberal. Then order come, that will be competition. So don't tell what to talk about. So no talk to boku. Because we want to sell the other, they will sell a reasonable price. So, Mr. Minister, I want to stop there.
Thank you. As many always they bring and come to life. They always get the ability for showing the reality. Now we have the show us now democracy. He said, what kind of the broker also all constituents because it can for can represents them. And also because me a civic education minister, there's something powerful too for me and to Mary here in Cham. That conversation, they want to say, so what are you for provide that kind of platform there? And then some will go to the Minister of Agriculture. But I think Auntie Mary has some important points there and now we lost the momentum. So he asked some important questions there, Mr. Minister. People are sure most of the questions we can highlight in lines in the. So I'll give you chance first, then we'll come out to the minister. But in 3 minutes, see if you want to touch on the issue that was just know about the generalized issue. Who's carries to the talk about? With the we talk about questions around tax, transports, labor costs, ECOWAS, the implications and anything in the. I don't know if you're able for a lap inside 3 minutes and then I'll go before. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Thank you, Antimari, for very interesting questions indeed. On the generalize, we not generalize. We take price because the demand for this country, and averagely, like NRI it, you know, and AM price we take. You understand? But we get price for all the other rice there. White rice in the room. I think white rice you agree around 730 or 740 there, but as you go, the price is down. Yes, it will get the list, we will share. But this price will be talk about, so the rice, when I am price, now the demand AM price now high. For jasmine, for now, we look at as a luxury good. We the drug, we not worry for jasmine. You know, so but we look into we primarily focus on waiting able to afford for it. On transport, as I said, I get the list of transport now. I have already, but with the work with my colleague minister of transport for all determine the price there across the country. I'm looking at the general transport. I get an analysis here where they tell you transport plus profits plus rent all waiting there. Yeah, but tomorrow, when the colleague minister don't talk, we will try to put a final price list. And we will go per district. We will know the distance, we will know how bad the road is. You know. Then for the rent, that not true. It makes a lot of sense for consider as a component. We will consider we will so to put for rent per bag. But all of this work, we will also